Welcome to the Nashville Spotlight Podcast. I'm Principal Mark Bagando, and this is where we shine the spotlight on the stories, sounds, and stars that make our school and community truly stand out. We will catch you up on everything from upcoming events to our outstanding students. Whether it's a huge win, club updates, college signing, military oath, or what's trending in the lunch line, we have the buzz for you. So grab your headphones, turn up the volume, and let's dive right into today's Nashville Spotlight and talk about the buzz around the building. Hello, Nashville. Hey, thanks for joining us today as we put the spotlight on two outstanding students and drum majors from our music department. Here we have Hanley Presswood and Grace Stein, and they've been invited to share the buzz around the music department. So let's just get into it. First things first, girls, can you just tell me just something that you love about NCHS?
I'll go first. Okay. One thing I love about NCHS is the variety of things that they offer here in terms of clubs, sports, and definitely the music things. Currently, right now, we have the musical going on, so go get your tickets.
Yes, the musical. Awesome. Two separate weekends for it, too.
That is true.
I also love all the opportunities that we have here. Specifically, though, I really like our marching band and our whole program with that. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just always a really good time.
So the marching band was outstanding this year. I mean, for sure, we won quite a bit there with the marching band. What was the name of our show again?
This year's show was titled Dragon Hunt.
The Dragon Hunt, and that won quite a bit. So you want to talk, just talk a little bit about that experience as being a drum major. Both of you were drum majors, so you guys probably have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So we started, when did we get our music? It was probably at the end of last school year?
Yeah, we do lessons in the summer to help us prepare for the show and learn our music, not only parts that we are playing ourselves, because as not only drum majors, but we're also still part of the show. We go and switch off and go to the pit and play the piano for parts that need to be played. But then we go back up on the stand and conduct. So learning both parts of that takes a lot of preparation before the whole band even gets together.
Yeah, and he also has us, as part of Tri-M, he also has us learn the the flute part, even though we don't play it in the show. That way, at the end of the summer, when everyone's together, we can help teach the underclassmen and everyone who's getting the music for the first time. But yeah, so we start working on that at the end of the school year, keep preparing that throughout the summer. And then band camp is usually the first week of August to the last week of July. And so that's really where we get a lot of our work done. We get a lot of the show learned, the music, we kind of get that worked out. And then, yeah, we keep working through the school year. The first game is always a lot of fun, especially because, everyone's just amped up. There's all that adrenaline going, and we're just really excited to show everyone what we've been working on. I know, cheerleaders are excited too. Hanley does cheer and band, and so everyone's just really excited. But then the first competition's fun too. Our first one was where was it this year?
Is that the one we did at Murphy?
I think Murfreesboro was the first one. Yeah,
okay.
The drums at Apple Time. Yeah. That was the first one. So we got there kind of early-ish in the morning, maybe 9 o'clock. Did a little bit of rehearsing throughout the day, and then went to the competition. We performed about 5 o'clock, I think, ish. And then we stayed for, awards were probably after 10 o'clock. And so we stayed for that. But it was really exciting. We got quite a few awards from that one. And yeah, and then we just kept it going throughout the year. Our last competition was at Newton. That one was a little rainy, but it was still a lot of fun, and the energy just got better throughout the year. So,
yeah, I think it's definitely important to go back and note the performance that Nashville sees isn't the only time that we've been preparing for this show. It's a long, ongoing thing that happens months before anybody even sees it.
And you guys keep learning stuff and you keep adding to it every week as well. So, and then I've been out there and you guys are perfecting your craft. and then you as drum majors. I've seen both of you interacting with some of your band and just trying to get them, to get into the right spot and the right plots, and all the little sponge things that you guys are throwing on the ground and stuff. It's actually pretty neat. Now both of you have been part of the music program for all 4 years, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you guys did your first one. Your freshman year would have been Surfs Up. Then you had Roll With It, which is a really cool show. Last year we did the Christmas thing, and I thought that was pretty neat too. I mean, just with Santa Claus playing the saxophone
Yeah,
was
that one was
really
a lot of
cool.
fun.
What was your favorite one out of those four? Dragon Hunt. This is going to be hard to beat because this was pretty good.
This one was definitely
So-
a lot of fun. I would say this one is probably my favorite. Last year was a lot of fun too. We had a little flute duet at the beginning.
Flute
so
trio,
Flute trio. Yeah, sorry. That one, it was technically challenging, I think, just because of how much we were doing, because we were conducting. It was our first year conducting, so I think we were both a little nervous. We had that, and then we also switched off on piano again. And so that one was still a lot of fun. It was just probably the hardest for me.
I would say my favorite show might be Surfs Up. That was the first and actually only show that I actually got to march in, and I feel like that show definitely opened me up into the music world. Not because in middle school the only marching you do is the parades, which you only do Oakville and the hometown Christmas parade. You do not know a single thing about marching on a field, so getting to learn that and actually learning like the plots and things and how to march, I feel like that definitely opened up opportunities for me to learn how to march, to then helps me today to help other people with marching and what they do and how you're supposed to look and cleaning things up. I definitely, without that show, would not even know what the heck I'm talking about.
And you guys talk about a couple different things. I mean, you talked about the marching competitions, which were awesome, and I absolutely love those. I get fired up. I get to see all the bands and stuff. And there's a lot of yelling and hollering, and sometimes I'll be vocal every once in a while. But another thing you guys talked about the musical. So the musical is getting ready to kick off. Let's just say this: how many musicals have you been part of?
3.
You've been part of 3
I think we've
musicals.
both been part of all of them that have been while we were in high school.
My first year was not a musical year. That was a madrigal year.
Yep.
So then my sophomore year, I was Little Mermaid, and then junior year was the SpongeBob musical, and then now this year we're doing The Wizard of Oz.
All right. Can you talk about the Wizard of Oz and preparation and talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit?
So I'm Dorothy Gale from The Wizard of Oz.
And your dog Toto.
And my dog, my robot dog Toto, you have to come see. I definitely started preparation in around August. I believe we had tryouts in maybe late August, early September. But I definitely watched the movie a lot of times. Judy Garland, love her. Watched her several times. Trying out for something like that, even though you see these teachers and every day, it's nerve-wracking. You are going up there on a stage by yourself, and it's also very hard because when you're trying out, you don't really have anything around you. You have to completely guess what they are looking for and make up whatever your scene is, and it's just you up there. You're talking to yourself, and then you're waiting for the other person's line to be called, and then you just keep going.
And do you have to put yourself into a situation where there's no decorations in there yet?
It is a bare
It's just
stage.
a bare stage.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
it's
a
an
little
empty
unnerving,
room.
I guess.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's probably, besides getting ready up to performance, like that probably is one of the most nerve-wracking points. And then after the cast list comes out and after you're starting to practice, everything kind of just falls piece by piece until we get to where we're going to be this weekend. So
That's great.
Yeah, and I've actually never been on stage for any of the musicals. I've always been in the pit. So I play flute and piccolo. I've played that every year. Last year I played the saxophone too. I actually learned the saxophone for the musical.
Wow.
But
So talented.
we get our music probably early September, about the time when the actors get their books and their scripts.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of individual work for a while. We start our rehearsals after homecoming usually. And it's just 2 hours every Sunday to run through some music, and then we're there the whole week for Tech Week. And so a lot of it is individual work. A lot of what you guys do is group on stage. And so I'd say like both being on stage and being in pit, it's a lot of work for both. It's just kind of different work.
Yeah.
But
I'd say it's definitely being on stage. It is both individual work and putting things together. You can't do one without the other.
Right.
And it takes a lot of responsibility and like self-discipline to sit down and learn your lines. However, that's best for you. I say like many people have different ways of learning their lines. So it's very interesting to see like what ways people come up with. I make Quizlets, but like just some people are able to just read the book and remember everything that's happening. But eventually, when it all comes together, it's great.
And one of the things that I see that a lot of the folks out there won't see when you come to the show, and here's the plug, it'll be Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock, and then we'll be doing it again on a Sunday at 4 o'clock, and then we'll come back the very next week, and then we'll do Friday and Saturday at 7 again, and then at 4 o'clock on Sunday will be our closing show, a really good show to come and watch. But a lot of the things that the viewers don't get to see is all the behind the scenes stuff. There's light, what is it, sound, lights and sound, and then there's hair and makeup, and you know, talk about some of that experience with the hair and the makeup back there. What are some of the things that are going on back there? Music, and it's loud, and people are talking, and you got to go and hurry and change, and
So
talk a little bit about that. That'd be cool.
I have firsthand experience the hair and makeup crew. They are all incredibly talented.
Yes.
You can walk in there at 3:30 looking like yourself. You walk out at 6 o'clock looking like an old lady. We've done like the Wicked Witch. She's all green.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk out looking like a completely different person. They are incredibly helpful. They're incredibly organized. Like they know your foundation shade, and they help you with your eyeliner and your lashes. There's a lot going into it. There's a lot of people touching your face.
Yes.
But they're also incredibly talented. Sound and lights I don't really know how they do what they do and what goes on up there. All I know is they do a great job. They are incredibly creative with what they do up there and where the lights and how they're supposed to go, and like they even cue the sound effects you'll hear. The little Toto dog bark, that's them.
Do you remember the Little Mermaid where they had like the ocean, or wait, that was that SpongeBob, where they had the ocean above? It was like on the ceiling and changing colors. You remember that?
Really?
there's a good chance it was both, but yeah,
I
like
think it
kind
was
of
both.
waiting for the show to start, they had projections on the ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
So
cool. They
cool.
do such a great job with that.
Yeah.
And then you have your stagehands too. I mean, they're
Yeah,
moving all the
we
stuff there.
actually we have a new crew
That's what I was
backstage
gonna
this
talk
year.
about,
Our flight crew, we got new flight rigging in, and
Yes.
so you'll see the Wicked Witch fly, you'll see the flying monkeys, and so they've gone through a bit of training for
Sure.
that. But it's cool what they do. I have no clue how they do it, but
Yeah, they're incredibly organized as well. The whole reason the show can be how it is because people have to be so incredibly aware of their surroundings, what's happening, being so in the current moment while also looking ahead and thinking about what's next. Like the organization and determination that it takes to put on a show, you don't even like get to see it. They are back there like climbing on the rope, not climbing the ropes. They're pulling the ropes down.
Yes.
They're getting people up in the air, and they do it on time. They make sure everybody's safe. They make sure everybody can get around where they need to go. They're incredible.
And there's a lot of art involved too. There's a lot of artwork involved. The parents are involved. The parents do some stuff out in the front. You know, it goes from the tickets being made to the tickets being sold to all the performance. There's so many things that you guys don't see behind the scenes to bring it all together for all of you, so they can put on a great performance for you guys. It is very cool. It is very, very cool. I'm going to ask you just a couple more questions. So I've already asked you, like, what do you love about it? And you said there's a lot to offer. I want to talk about your career path. You guys are both very talented in what you do. Grace, just tell me an idea. What's an idea that you have about what you want to do whenever you grow up?
Eventually, I would like to be a photographer and open my own studio. I know there's a fly around
Oh, it
here.
could be a fly swatter right now. Let's get rid of that thing.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to college for graphic design and photography. Going back to those opportunities that I was talking about, Miss Heggs definitely helped a lot
Yeah.
between yearbook class and like Mr. Whitty with some of his computer classes.
Sure.
Those have definitely helped like with what I want to do in the future. And so yeah, there's a lot here that helps with the future.
That is awesome. How about you, Hanley?
I would like to be a music teacher. Go figure.
Outstanding. Another educator. Let's go.
I'm very excited to go on that journey. I've been visiting colleges and trying to see what that would look like for me. And I would say Mr. Brown has been a huge help with that and just help guide me in the music world and like how I'm supposed to do this,
Right.
who I'm supposed to talk to, things like that. He's been very, very helpful.
Right.
So.
Let's do one more question for both of you. This is a big one for me. What does Hornet Pride mean for you, Hanley? Like, what does Hornet Pride mean to you?
Hornet Pride for me is definitely our community. Not only here at the school, but outside of school. I am always so proud to be a Hornet whenever I see all of our Hornet fans in the stands cheering on any team, or also coming to our concerts, coming to our production of the musical. The support that we get from our town is it's absolutely amazing. There's nothing like it.
And you know what? I've never been anywhere else that travels like we do here.
Oh, yeah.
We travel well. We travel to everything. It's very cool to see. I don't see a lot of other schools traveling the way that we do. What does Hornet Pride mean to you?
Kind of a sense of community too, but more so like in the school, how much we support each other between the different groups. Like the football players after the homecoming game, they'll stay and watch the band perform since we, perform after the game. But then the band also, like we show up for pep band, for basketball games, for football games. We have the drum line in the morning. And I mean, you can just really see the support throughout clubs and organizations. And it's really cool to me,
Okay, before we sign off, I'm going to ask you one more question. Do you guys want to give a shout out to anybody? Could be a friend, a family member, could be a teacher, a community member.
I will give my shout out to Ms. Hoke. Thank you so much for being a part of our music program and our music family. You've been such a great help, and I couldn't be on that stage without you and your help.
I'd like to give my shout out to Mr. Brown. Just thank you for everything that you've done for us all 4 years. You've made the music program such an opening and welcoming experience, and you've just given us more opportunities than we could ever imagine.
Well, that was great. That's awesome. Great shout outs there. I want to thank both of you too for a great conversation today. I think that's outstanding. And then also remember to check back with us next week. You've been listening to the Nashville Spotlight, where the buzz never stops.